This is a clip from 2005. This is Christine Amanpour, and she's a CNN host, and she's interviewing Bashar al-Assad. And listen to what she had to say. This is 12 years ago.
You know, the rhetoric of regime change is headed towards you from the United States. They are actively looking for a new Syrian leader. They're granting visas and visits to Syrian opposition politicians. They're talking about isolating you diplomatically and perhaps a coup d'etat or your regime crumbling. What are you thinking about that?
Doesn't matter what he's thinking about that. What matters is that they've been trying to do this for a long time, just like we reported here at the Aggressive Progressive, that they've been wanting to get rid of Assad for a long time. And they've been trying to, the CIA's been trying to overthrow Syria since the 50s, right? And the reason why they're trying to overthrow Assad is because Qatar and Saudi Arabia wants to put a natural gas pipeline through Syria so they can sell natural gas to Europe. And the reason why Russia doesn't want that to happen is because Russia's whole economy is on selling fossil fuels to Europe. So that's what this is all about. Not about helping people. It's not about a gas attack. It's not about anything. It's about fossil fuels once again. And Saudi Arabia asking us to use our military is so they'll keep using the petrodollar. So I'm going to show you. So the last time this happened was in 2013, and they wanted, remember Barack Obama said there was a red line in the sand and they crossed it, so we were supposed to bomb them because they used chemical weapons. Turns out they didn't, and because there's Seymour Hersh, who's an award-winning reporter in the London Review of Books, he wrote, "Whose sarin is it?" And he said, a former senior intelligence official told me that the Obama administration had altered the available information in terms of its timing and sequence to enable the president and his advisors to make intelligence retrieved days after the attack look as if it had been picked up and analyzed in real time as the attack was happening. The distortion, he said, reminded him of the 1964 Gulf of Tonkin incident when the Johnson administration reversed the sequence of National Security Agency intercepts to justify one of the early bombings of North Vietnam. So, but maybe that's not true. Maybe Seymour Hersh's reporting wasn't correct. I don't know. Well, let's go back to, look, here it is. Hersh vindicated. The Turkish whistleblowers corroborate story on false flag sarin gas attack. 2 deputies from the main opposition Republican People's Party have claimed that the government is against investigating Turkey's role in sending toxic sarin gas, which was used in an attack on civilians in Syria in 2013, and which over 1,300 Syrians were killed. Okay, so people in the Turkey parliament came out and said they got the sarin gas from Turkey. Okay, so by the way, here's some more fake news from Qatar. So Qatar did this, they put it in their newspaper, the hospitals were slaughterhouses, a journey into Syria's secret torture wards. Qatar claimed photos from the anonymous Syrian defectors showed thousands tortured to death. 1 year later, Human Rights Watch, while trying to back that claim, they weren't trying to debunk it, they admitted that almost half the morgue photos showed, quote, dead army soldiers or members of the security forces and crime scene photographs taken in the aftermath of attacks from incidents, including the aftermath of explosions, assassinations of security officers, fires, and car bombs. So it turns out Qatar, which is the people who want to put the pipeline through, they've been trying to smear Syria with the same kind of bullshit, all right? Hey, they're doing massacres, they're using sarin gas. We gotta go in there, right? We gotta go in there, right? So here's from the latest sarin gas attack. It says, jumping to conclusions, something is not adding up in the chemical weapons attack. Merely hours after the alleged chemical weapons attack, supposedly by the Syrian government, holes are beginning to emerge from the opposition sources discrediting the al-Qaeda-affiliated White Helmets claims. So look, you see this picture? You see how the people, they're supposed to be sarin gas victims, except they're not using gloves. It says, for one, see in the above picture, the white helmets are handling the corpses of people without sufficient safety gear, most particularly with the masks mostly used, as well as no gloves. Although this may seem insignificant, understanding the nature of sarin gas that the opposition's claim was used only opens questions. Within seconds of exposure to sarin, the effects of the gas begins to target the muscle and nervous system. There is almost an immediate release of the bowels and the bladder, and vomiting is induced. When sarin is used in a concentrated area, it has the likelihood of killing thousands of people. Yet such a dangerous gas, and the white helmets are treating bodies with little concern to their exposed skin. This has to raise questions. It also raises the question of why a doctor in a hospital full of victims of sarin gas has the time to tweet and make video calls. This will probably be dismissed and forgotten. And here's that guy, Dr. Shalu Islam. This is the latest from the sarin attacks. Patients are still flooding in. The child's been rushed in without any family. They're probably dead. Our hospital getting full from the sarin attack today. Anyone that wants evidence, I will video call you. You'll video call somebody in the middle of taking care of people who've been attacked with sarin gas? You're ready to do by the way, you're fucking tweeting and then you're gonna go do a video call? And you got people around you dead, massacred with sarin gas? That's what your first thought is, I better go tweet? Hey, are you sick and tired of corporate Democrats? So are we. So why not become a member of the Young Turks and help us say no to corporate money? If you become a member, it helps support shows like the Aggressive Progressives who are pissed off at corporate Democrats. Go to tytnetwork.com/join. It's only $10 a month. It helps keep us independent and keep bringing you the truth.